What a beautiful day it is. It's the weekend, the sun is out. Time to ruin it by playing some League. Jungle Gap again, man. Tilly needs to be nerfed. Season 14 is so doomed. Just go next.
A few moments later.
Okay, you know what? Maybe Cassio is just terrible this season. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, that has to be it. Let's see. Cassio. Okay, let's see the win rate. 52%. Huh? Wait, no. No. This can't be correct, though. Okay, you know what? Let's see how other people play Cassio, because surely it's not much different than me, right? Like, I can't be the problem.
Every player in Korea is terrified of this man right here. His name is Quad. He's the best Cassiopeia in the world for years now. I remember being back.
Best Cassio in the world? Alright, okay. Yeah, let's see what this fraud has to offer. Oh, he's playing really aggressive here. Wait, there's no way he kills him. What is he doing? Wait, what? Wait, you can do that? So, as you can see, my Cassio still needs some work. I believe that watching gameplay of better players is one of the best ways to learn and improve, and same goes for any craft. Identifying patterns that the top in their field follow and comparing what they do differently is a great way to understand how they think. I realize that on YouTube there is an abundance of clickbaity videos designed to capitalize on the idea of dropping 25 kills in Diamond, abusing OP builds, which isn't very sustainable when looking to improve because the game states in those videos just aren't easily replicable. So I created a program that allows you to easily find unedited high-elo VODs for any champion or role. The results will redirect you to a YouTube URL of the full video matching its respective tag. This also works for specific matchups. If you want, you can limit the amount of returned results to a desired length, which prioritizes the most recent patch. From the start, when tackling this project, I knew I needed a way to access YouTube data. From what I heard initially, PyTube was a popular and easy to use library to access YouTube data, so that's where I started. Until I realized I could not, for whatever reason, access the data I wanted. Whether or not that was simply a skill issue, after many frustrating weeks of attempted debugging, I made the decision to scrap everything I had in favor of using Google's YouTube API. Why didn't I start with that? Well, I didn't know it existed at first, and when I did, the documentation looked way too intimidating, so I had to challenge myself. The logic of the code is as follows. We access the Challenger Replays YouTube channel through its channel ID, make a request to the API for the playlist tab information by invoking the .playlist method. Now, when the getPlaylistInfo function we created is called, it returns the info from the playlist tab back to us. Next, we take the information received from the playlist tab, create a dictionary called playlist, and iterate through the playlist tab to populate the dictionary with all of the playlist. Oh yeah, and the next page token is a parameter used to check if there are any missed results. Since we have all the playlist info, we can easily access any of the videos within any playlist. This function performs similarly to the previous get channel playlist one, except it has a videos dictionary that it populates with the video title and ID as opposed to the playlist. The parameter for this function is not the channel ID, but the ID of the desired playlist. This means to use this function, we have to be fed the playlist ID using the return from the previous function. So to connect everything together, we need a way to output this onto the screen. We use select boxes using Streamlet's pre-built library to store desired filters from the user. The user selects a champion, then has a choice of choosing a role and matchup. Once the search button is pressed, it checks if the requested champion is in the populated dictionary of playlist. If a valid champion is found, it calls the display video function, sending the ID to match the provided champion, allowing access to iterate through set champion's profile using the dictionary from the get videos function. Filters are checked to match, then produces a button containing the URL of the video using its ID. That about wraps up my project. Overall, I'm happy with what I produced. The end product is one that is in a usable and practical state for my purposes. My understanding of using different libraries has grown significantly, and I am interested in continuing to expand upon this project by adding more channels to increase the sample size, more functionality, as well as replacing Streamlet in order to learn HTML and CSS from scratch.
Oh, the complication when I feel your air control my body here.